We Kristen primarily uses it, but we work on the same projects.
Okay.
So just kind of to help us keep track of things. I need to do another backup.
She's very, very organized.
Yeah, Kristen's very organized. And then when we moved into this building, we had like a really small like self-care station before, but we
a very small
made it
what?
a lot bigger.
Oh, self-care.
Self-care.
Okay.
Because we're psychology students, so we want to make sure there's self-care for us.
Yeah.
So we got a coffee maker and hot pot for tea, and as well as refrigerator and different things, so that we can don't have to leave the office.
What are these binders here?
These are for different projects that we're working on. These are some of the research articles and those kinds of things, and the grant documents, so that we have them physically and electronically.
Okay.
And then extra binders for when we need a new one.
Yeah.
And the same kind of thing over there. We have all of our toner cartridges.
Yeah, I noticed that before. I was like, wow.
We try to keep a backup, just so we never run out, and more research and grants.
Okay.
And then for studies that we need hard copies, we have hard copies of things for. We put them in our files.
Okay.
So we have this file for one of our research studies. We have these files for some of our older studies.
Okay. You guys have been here about a year in this building, or?
Almost a year. And then we have a schedule of when we're all here, so when I'm not here, somebody else can use my station. But if I'm here, then typically I would use my own station.
Yeah.
And then...
So this is the same...
This is
just an extension of that one.
Yeah, same research lab. Okay. Pretty much just an extension. So,
yeah, very similar.
Yeah, really similar idea, except they don't have the table, so we meet in the other room. But, their files are right there, so they can get them. They, have all the contact information for the various agencies that we work with. More binders of research.
I noticed they don't have the table in the middle. Is that?
Yeah.
Is there a reason?
Just because we only have one.
Okay. Okay.
So, and we try to put up a little bit of artwork just to make it a little bit more homey. And we have over there is one of our electronic stations. We have a fax machine, a color printer, and a high produce black and white printer.
Oh wow!
And then they have the schedule too.
Yeah.
So this desk is actually for our most senior student.
Okay.
And this is her equipment actually, because she's not working on any of the research projects we're working on, so she brought in her own equipment.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't have actually enough computers for her. But so, and then this is one of our other graduate students, and then one of our undergraduate research assistants.
Okay.
Help out.
Yeah, she helped me find the room.
Yeah.
So between these rooms, I mean, this is where you.
This is
the party zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
The part. Oh.
What is this story?
So our advisor, she's the chair of the department.
Yeah.
Her office is at the last door on the left. So she's really easily accessible. And for her birthday every year, we put up we decorate her door.
Okay.
And so we decorated her door with these things. And this is another advisor.
Okay. Yeah. Just.
Another professor.
So the two people groups between these two offices, do you guys kind of collaborate a lot, or is it
all
sort
the
of
time.
Yeah.
Kristen and I collaborate the most with each other, and then the girls in there collaborate more with each other. But
I mean, are the desks
collaboration
kind of designed like that because you guys need to work together?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Pretty much.
I mean, it makes sense. But.
Yeah. Because we work on the same projects with the same people.
Oh.
They work on the same projects with the same people, or similar projects with the same people.
Yeah.
And then Jenny is our newest grad student, and she helps out where she's needed, and she's working on another grant with Merrick. So, but it's really awesome. I mean, I do a lot of my personal work here too.
Okay.
I have a similar, a station set up at my home with a screen and I have my laptop hooked up to the screen.
What is the screen that comes up? Is it just the education or whatever, or is it something you guys use?
Oh,
for your group?
Oh, we just Google. But we do have we have a shared.
Yeah, that's one of the things
drive.
we're interested in too. Yeah, the people have shared. Like, how do you guys kind of collaborate? Is one of the things we're
Everything that we do gets saved on here.
Okay.
So all of our research projects, all of our presentations, our personal files, data files, contacts, everything, our schedule is on here. And we can access this from any computer because they're all networked.
Okay. So just you can access it, or can she access your file? So it's like a shared drive.
And we don't have our own logins to the computers. There's a login per computer.
Okay.
So we can access any of the computers at any time, and we just keep the username and password under the computer.
I'm not going to get your thing. I'm just trying to show that you have notes there and stuff. So do you have? What if you want to access this outside of this building, like at home or something?
I can't do that.
Okay, so it's just a local.
Only here.
Okay.
Yeah, and the access has to be set up by IT.
Okay.
By ITG on each computer.
Oh, okay.
They just set up, like a.
And that's just for your research group that has these, or
yeah.
something?
So that's just for our research group, and then, basically, our network drive. That's something that we all have access to, and Meredith has access to, our advisor.
Yeah. I'm just curious. It wasn't like everyone in the building can share it. Okay.
No, because there's a lot of confidential information,
sure, that's what I figured.
Documents and stuff. So, yeah.
You mentioned before a couple times about doing the grants and that kind of thing. Is that sort of what really drives education grad students, or just your? I'm kind of curious about how grants.
So we're a different department than education.
Okay. Psychology.
We're counseling, clinical, and school psychology.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we each have have an emphasis. I'm a clinical psychology emphasis. Kristen is a school psych emphasis, but that's kind of atypical because our advisor is clinical.
Okay.
So she's special. But yeah. So that's the research drives us.
So sounds like.
And it does vary somewhat by advisor. And also, the research varies a lot by advisor.
Do you assist at all in the sort of the grant getting side of it, or is it more of she gets the grants and then you perform the work? And I guess kind of one of the things we're interested in too is sort of that workflow of, you mentioned how you're working on a grant, so you're kind of conducting that. Maybe kind of walk me through the stages of what that
So
involves.
typically, at least for